treat a variety of different conditions we have CCL tears, different orthopedic injuries, and things like that, neurological conditions, back problems, obesity, really just a wide range of things, or just to keep your dog active, especially if they're in their senior years, just to keep them comfortable and, as functional as possible. So Robin's going to talk a little bit about our evaluation process and how we run here. The one difference that we have right now with everything going on in the world is that we normally have owners come in here with their dog and we can do the exercises and things with them. We just implemented a drop-off policy so that the owners are dropping off their dogs for us to just work with them, not in here just to limit any contact with other people, but we're really happy to be able to still give the dogs the care that they need. So
we start off with a rehab evaluation. Those take about an hour and they're done with our rehab veterinarian, Dr. Bonnie Brown. That's a full orthopedic exam, and from there we come up with a treatment plan based on your dog's needs. At the rehab center, we offer laser treatment, shockwave therapy. We have an underwater treadmill and a land treadmill, and we offer other modalities such as therapeutic exercises and manual work. So most of our dogs start off coming about twice a week, and then we'll taper it down, and they start coming for maintenance work. That's pretty much.
Yeah, and if anyone has any question about any of the modalities or things that we do, feel free to ask. We can show you any of them here. Today's session is focusing primarily on the therapeutic exercises, but if you have any questions on anything, just let us know. So we will jump right into the exercises. A lot of the things that we're doing today, you can do easily at home with any equipment that you have at home. So if you see us using, our typical rehab equipment, we'll tell you different objects and things you can use in your home as to replace it. And we also recommend, if you're using treats, to cut the treats as small as possible, because a lot of dogs are treat motivated, but we don't want to give them a whole bag of treats every time we do this. So we're using a beef liver treat, and we just cut it really small. So we just recommend to give as little as possible with each exercise. So the first one that we're going to do is called sit to stands. So this is equivalent to if you were to do a squat. So basically you're keeping your feet in the same position and just bending your knees and going down and up. So, so you're going to have your dogs go into a sitting position. And then with using the treat, you're just going to have them come a few inches in front. So they'll stand back up. Sit, back up. And ideally you want their feet to stay in the same position. Stand up. Good. Tucker, sit. Up. Come here. Good boy, sit. Up. Tucker. Come here. And you can do anywhere from 5 to 10 of those. If you find that your dog's really struggling to stand back up, then don't do as many. Another thing that you can do to make it easier is to elevate the surface that they're sitting on. So we use, if you have like a box or a bug, we just have an Airx pad that you see a lot of times in gyms. So you're going to have them sit on the edge of the pad. So do you feel that? And you might need 2 people for this to position it. But basically you're bringing the ground to the dog. You're bringing it up a little bit so they don't have to sit as low. It's like if you're going to go sit in a chair that's really low versus a chair that's higher. You got it, Tucker. That's the low motivation dog here.
Good boy.
You might need to encourage a little bit.
Good boy, Tucker. Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Let's do one more. Tucker, sit. Tucker, sit.
it's showing up on the screen. Okay. Another way that you can make it easier, if you have a ramp, either outside or if there's a ramp in your house, you can have them do the sit to stands on the ramp. If they're facing going up the ramp and sitting and standing, it's going to be harder. If they're going down the ramp and sitting and standing, it's going to be a little bit easier. So if you don't have any props at home, you can just find a ramp outside and do some of the exercises that way. So that one's pretty basic and easy to use. It helps to strengthen their hind legs. Yeah.
So another exercise you can do is a three-legged stand. This really helps with their balance and it's a good core exercise. You basically lift one leg up and hold it for probably as long as the dog will tolerate. So we do all four legs, and a lot of times they'll try to cheat. So they'll put all their weight in your hand. So if you pull their leg out to the side a little bit, it forces them to shift the weight back to the legs they're standing on. Good boy.
A lot of dogs are good at this one too. If they're used to you cleaning their paws after being outside, it's the same idea. You're just holding it for a little bit longer.
Good boy. Good job.
Good job. Also, just another side note too. You'll notice that we're keeping the treat in our hands to have them hold a position. So some dogs are better than others as far as how gentle they are with the treats. I like to make like a Kong. I'll show you up close. Like a Kong with my hands like that, and putting the treat in there. So they're just going to gently, try to lick the treat in there instead of trying to bite you. So, and then it'll help to hold the position a little bit longer. Okay. So the next exercise we're going to do is called front feet up. So I guess we'll get the blue stuff. This exercise we're going to do on an elevated, it's like a blue little tabletop. But you can do this if you have a step at home or even outside, just find a step somewhere, or get an ottoman, anything that's just going to raise your dog's feet up a little bit, or a couch, something like that. Tucker is very good at this one. Let's go this way. Okay. Okay. Oh, you got a feet. Good. So you're just having them step with their front legs up. And this exercise is good for a variety of reasons. So it stretches all the musculature in here. It also shifts the weight to their back legs because dogs tend to carry most of their weight in their front legs, so it can weaken their hind legs. So in this position, you can see the weight is all shifted to the back. And you can have them hold it anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. If you see your dog struggling, they're starting to sink in their back legs, then give them a rest. You can also add in what's called weight shifting if you want to do that. So you're just going to put your hands on their hips and gently rock from side to side. You might need another person for this. And it's basically just, it's slightly throwing them off balance a little bit, but it's also putting weight on each leg equally. Good job, Tucker. And then to make this a little bit more difficult, you can have them stand on an unstable surface. So like a bed, pillows, anything like that. We can show with our, I guess with our RX pad there. So I'm gonna put the pad there. Yeah, I'll bring it back around. So come on around here. So the same thing, their hind legs are going to be on an unstable surface. Okay. And once again, you can do weight shifting on there. And make sure you give your dog lots of praise. Yes. Okay. All right, the next one we have crawling. So crawling is a great exercise, especially for their petlins, because they have to crawl in a motion there. What you can use at home, so we have 2 cones. Use the pole. So these are called Cavaletti poles, which I don't think most people have in their home. So another thing that you can do is using 2 chairs and a broom or a pole that you have in your house. Just set it up so it's at a height where your dog has to crawl under it. We've tried with the chair with Tucker and he just walks under it, so we're going to use the cones. But this exercise can be easily adapted. So what you're going to do, So you're going to have your dog come all the way down onto their stomach. And then put the treat just a few inches in front of their face. So they have to do this crawling motion to get to it. And then if there's a pole or something, they know that they can't just stand up. We'll do it one more time to show you guys. So we'll bring it back around.
Good boy. Sit. Yeah. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy.
Alright, once your dog learns the motion, they might even do it without a pole or without, a cue to do it. If you're just going to do that motion of putting the treat a few inches in front of their face, then they might do it. We just find having that cue of going under something makes it a little bit easier. Okay.
Another exercise you can use with the cones, which you can use with boxes or something else that you have at home, it's called figure eights. It helps with balance and coordination. They basically just have to walk around in a figure 8 motion. You can make it harder too by making the space closer. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy, Tucker. Yes. Good boy. Good job, buddy. Here. Sit here. Good boy. Good job.
Yeah. So once again, we have cones at home, but you can use any kind of objects in your house that they have to go around, and then you can just put them closer together to make it a little bit harder. Okay. Another way you can also progress this exercise too is to do weave cones. So just adding 1 or 2 more objects to go around. So we have 3 cones set up right now, and just having him weave through, kind of like if you've seen agility before, they'll go through the cones like that. And usually it's a little bit faster than what Tucker's doing, but
boy, over there. Over here. Good boy.
But this is really good for spinal mobility.
Good boy. Good boy, Tucker. Good job. Good job, buddy. Turn around more. Good boy. Quicker. Good job.
All right.
Good Tucker.
All right, so we have a few more exercises here. With side stepping and flex up. So we can do, the next exercise we're going to do is side stepping. So the idea of side stepping is to have them go in a lateral motion. So they're going to be stepping directly to their side. So with a treat in the front, you can do this if you're by yourself, having the treat in front here. And then you're just gonna gently walk into them while keeping them forward. So you can see they're gonna take some side steps. Here,
Good job.
here, come here. And then you can have them face the other way. And then you side step that way. So you're just gently walking into them. You're not like knocking them over or anything. But as long as you keep the treat usually in your hands, they'll stay focused on that. And they'll just go to side step. Ready? So the last one that we'll go over right now is planks. So it's similar to like if you're to do a plank, basically on your hands and knees. So you're gonna have their front limbs and their hind limbs on a surface. So we're using 2 balance discs, but you can use 2 equal discs or equal heights at home. So if you have, once again, like boxes, or if you have balance discs, that's great. But anything that's of equal height.
Good boy. Good boy. Good job, Tucker. Good boy. Good job, buddy.
Oh. Which one? Just call the number. And once again, you can add in the weight shifting.
Good job, buddy.
Tucker's actually doing a great job today. And you can do this for about a minute or so, however long they'll tolerate it. Once again, if they're showing that their legs are sinking down or any kind of weakness, then you can stop and give them a rest.
Good boy, Tucker.
All right, so I think we can stop and take some Q&A now.
All right, great. Thank you so much, guys. That was super helpful, and good job, Tucker. He's been a really good doggy model today, so thank you for bringing him on. Okay, great. So I think that's it. Thank you so much to the team at Canine Rehab for coming on today and sharing your expertise and answering all our questions. I believe Canine Rehab is open currently, and you are able to make an appointment if you have any interest in doing so. I'll send out their information in a follow-up email. And also thank you to everyone for attending today and being interested in how to exercise our pups. They certainly need it as much as we do, especially now that the dog park is unfortunately closed. So thanks again for stopping by, and we hope that you will join us for some of our sessions later this week. And thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.